Beautiful look at Lake Ontario, the shores reaching right up to downtown Toronto. BMO Field is the site here for the Houston Dynamo Toronto FC. Only 4 games to go for both teams. Their 18th overall meeting. As you look at Giles Barnes. Game on here in Toronto. Must win for both of these teams in Major League Soccer. Kofi Sarkodie will clip this forward. The Brazilian flyer on the right side wearing number 11 for Toronto. Here's Driver now. You got to think it's going to be fast-paced here tonight with the likes of Giles Barnes. Davis next to him has run himself in an offside position. It's got to be Barnes on a solo and a left-handed save. That was destined for the far corner. Tucking in nicely from his left back position. Here's the Brazilian Jackson who gives it away. Dynamo getting forward nicely. Davis has space, has his head up. He's got Cummings. Cummings hits a good run. What a save, Bendick. Ball was timed perfectly. Cummings met it about 4 yards out from goal. Bendick came up with the save. Brad Davis picked him out.
Well, this is, you look at the Dynamo. They've got 2 holding midfielders. You see there, Clark and Carrasco sitting deep, winning balls and starting that, which gives Brad Davis that freedom to get wide and create advantages on the wing.
Would have been the perfect start for the Dynamo as Morrow's foul. Free kick time for Toronto FC.
I gotta say, Glenn, I'm surprised that Greg Vanney hasn't changed anything to try to match up with the Dynamo. And you'll see here as Brad Davis goes wide, now it becomes a situation because Morrow's too slow to pinch in. You see, what a great run, but that pass from Brad Davis, they're enjoying it.
Becker helps it on. Trouble here. Flag is down. Chance for a lead here. Derek has forced Defoe wide. A huge play from Tyler Derek. Defoe was in. He forced him wide and allowed a defender to get back into the play here.
One of the things Dominic Kinnear has always told his back four, we don't play the offsides trap. Kofi Sarkodie, make the run. You're fast. Stay with Defoe. Don't hold your hand up. Tyler Derek does a very good job of making it difficult.
Cummings and Driver. Bradley steps up. Plays it out wide. Here's Defoe. $2 million men hooking up there. Jermaine Defoe shot. Pulled it wide. And he is beginning to get on fire here. Got the face of defense. Creates a chance for himself.
There's a little bit of inexperience for me from Kofi Sarkodie. You see Sarkodie going behind Horst. Why not double team? Carrasco's picked up in the box. Why not tell David Horst, which way do you want to show him? If I'm Kofi Sarkodie, I say show him towards the line, and I go double team. Make the goal smaller, make it easier for Tyler Derek. But because Kofi Sarkodie hangs out in no man's land, but again, beating it at Horst, but the Dynamo get numbers around the ball when it's around their 18.
Rain continuing to fall. Giles Barnes has made it 1-0. Giles Barnes continues to impress this season, picking up goal number 9. The Dynamo are up 1-0 in the rain here in Toronto.
What a ball by Kofi Sarkodie. Very poor defending from Nick Hagelund. In that situation, let the forward have the ball. Let him take his first touch towards the sideline, but take nothing away from the finish here. Giles Barnes knows the only place to beat the goalkeeper is through his legs. That is the only way you're going to score. You see him pick his head up, looks back at the ball, focuses right between the legs. What a great goal. And
for all intents and purposes, though, you have to say the Dynamo have defended Jermaine Defoe quite well here over the course of the first 45 minutes. Here's Driver again now. And the best defense is a good attack. It's off the post. Pinball wizardry. Brad Davis in there. Like the best players. Trying to get turned is more. This time you're not going to get away with it, I don't think, or are you? Not this time. It's a penalty. Toronto FC has an opportunity to tie things up. A.J. Cochran got a grip on Luke Moore.
And you got to wonder if this one's maybe a little bit of a makeup, Glenn. I didn't see a lot in this one here, okay? you watch, you be the judge. You see Beasley just kind of fall in the back of Jackson. I think that's a penalty. You'll see here the wet surface. Yeah, okay. There's a tug on the jersey. This time Luke Moore, we didn't see in the first half.
There's a red card being handed out here to A.J. Cochran. They're going to...
And you'll see here on the right hand, just tugs on the shirt of Luke Moore. But with Beasley that close, I'm wondering if A.J. Cochran doesn't foul him. I think DeMarcus Beasley still gets to it.
Defoe against Derrick. Save Derrick! And a huge one. Jermaine Defoe was stuffed. And Gilberto not listed as one of the substitutes tonight for Toronto FC. Flipped in, the header, off the post, and maybe Derrick got a piece of it. Bendick in the first half, who came up with a trio of big saves for Toronto FC. Now in the second half, it's all about Tyler Derrick, who continues to blossom. Space carved out. Bloom, shooting opportunity, top of the box. Defoe, that shot goes wide. Morrow from his left back position had a golden opportunity and pulled it wide.
Very good build-up play here from Toronto. Something you'll see defenders do a lot of times in this situation is go for power.
Drives it this time. Set it away by Clark. Bradley again, second chance to the back post. Header across the face of goal. Swept away. Shot. Derrick again somehow miraculously stays in front of it. He is living up to it here tonight. He is denying Jermaine Defoe, and he's five-star entertainment.
This ball by Michael Bradley, it's at an angle, so Tyler Derrick has no chance to get out and take the first one. And I guarantee you he'll ask for that second one back. Because if you're going to swat at it, it needs to be a fist, not an open palm, so it leaves the 18. But he's young, he's able to recover. You see how quickly he keeps his feet moving to get back in front of goal.
Pocket of space. It's Moore. It's a wide open Defoe, and he blasts it over the top. Jermaine Defoe couldn't have got more wide open than that. And absolutely blows it over the top.
Wow. He doesn't do that. Keep an eye on the run. You see that Dwayne DiRosario running across, takes David Horst and Kofi Sarkodie. Kofi Sarkodie needs to pass that on. David Horst needs to tell him. They both go with Dwayne DiRosario. DiRosario or Bradley, pick your poison.
Six in the wall for the Dynamo. Bradley over the top.
Always tough. Just doesn't get enough overspin on it. He gets the side spin to bend it a bit, but he doesn't get enough overspin. 7 minutes isn't enough. You need it.
And that's it. The Houston Dynamo have done it. They have come to Toronto, down a man since the 55th minute. They make a goal from Giles Barnes. Stand up.